YouTube humans, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Amy and I make a lot of videos on this channel, normally surrounding beauty, health, lifestyle, that kind of thing. So if you haven't seen me before, hit the subscribe button down below. Don't forget to turn the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads, and give this video a big thumbs up so more people can find it. Today it's Friday, so it's another foundation video. Today we will be looking at the Revolution Pro CC Cream. I have mine in the shade 6.5. It says perfecting foundation, SPF 30, moisturising rich foundation with hyaluronic acid, collagens and antioxidants. I will note that this is 26ml. I paid £10 for this. 26ml slightly less than your normal foundation size, so it is slightly more expensive than some of the other drugstore foundations. However, most of the reason that I picked this up is because it gives me very, very similar vibes, like the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover foundation. If you haven't seen that already, I'll link my review of that down below in the description box. It gives me very similar vibes to the IT Cosmetics CC Oil-Free Matte Cream, which, if you know me in my day-to-day life, is basically what I wear every single day. Like, I've absolutely mullered this packaging. I think this is one of the best foundations, like bang for buck, that I've ever tried. So I'm gonna inherently compare the two. From what I can see, really, the only difference here is that the IT Cosmetics CC cream comes in a lot more shades and only has an SPF 30, whereas the IT Cosmetics one is an SPF 40, basically. Is only just the difference that I can see. But yeah, other than that, let's just dive straight into it. So this is what the packaging looks like out of the box. Now, I mean, they are very, very similar. You can definitely tell, because one of the reasons that I like the IT Cosmetics is that this is 32ml, so it's slightly bigger than a standard foundation, and this one's 26ml, so it's slightly smaller. But hey ho, I do like the packaging. It's very similar actually to the Too Faced Primed and Peachy Primer with the gold lid that I tried not that long ago. It's squeezy tube with a pump, which I really appreciate because I like being able to tell people how many pumps I've actually used rather than just squeezing randomly on the back of my hand. Like I said, I got mine in the shade 6.5, which I think was light to medium, I think, with yellow undertones, I think was what it said. I'm not really 100% certain. Moisture rich, SPF 30, which should be entertaining for my oily skin. So first things first, before I forget, I am going to prime my skin today. I really hope this isn't finished. We are using the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer, as I have, frankly, in most of my foundation reviews. Thankfully, this is nearly finished. Look at it, it's so close to being done. I am probably, at this point, I think I must be about 6 weeks into my project pan, and I think I am doing, frankly, abysmally. However, we do still have quite a few months to go until my birthday. What are we, November now? So we've got like probably I've got like 4 months until my birthday. What happened after? So hopefully I'll be able to start working my way through some of these products. So okay, so this shade match could be quite terrible actually. This does look quite pale. Maybe it'll oxidize a bit. It is not running down my hand at all. Even if I'm shaking it, it's not moving. So this looks to be quite a thick liquid verging on a cream kind of texture. So I'm going to apply one side with a sponge, one side with a brush. We'll start with the brush today. And interesting. It's probably shade match isn't actually too bad. I think just my face is quite red. It matches my neck. I just think my face somehow is a lot more tan than the rest of my neck, so that's entertaining. So I love foundations of this kind of type, particularly for me for every day. With me going to work, I want something that's kind of quick and easy and doesn't matter if you don't get the application like dead spot on, and wears really well on my skin, and I like the It Cosmetics CC cream. I actually really like it. My only issue with it is the price. I think it's like 32 quid or something, which is a lot of money for what is in essence, well, no, it is quite full coverage. But I mean, in terms of the marketing and how they market it, it's basically a fancy tinted moisturiser, isn't it? And we're not actually, surprise, surprise, in my last foundation review, I had terrible skin. And my skin's not actually too bad at the moment. I've got a couple of healing breakouts on both sides, but other than, God, I've got hair everywhere. Other than a couple of spots up here, I'm actually not doing too bad with the old skin. I really need to invest in a headband for these videos. So that there is one decent layer on this half of my face. I would say I probably used more than I probably needed to, just because of my hands. It's probably about just over a pump on this half of my face. And it looks quite nice. However, I'm not really sure I'm going to be able to show you this, because I don't know if my camera will be able to pick it up, and I can't really zoom in at the moment because I'm filming. But across particularly my nose, you can see brush marks in it. You can see where I have used the brush to kind of buff it in. And across my forehead, you can definitely see that. Now normally, when I'm applying foundation, that would be alleviated by me doing my usual foundation technique, which is to kind of buff it in with a sponge, buff it in with a brush, and then go over it with a sponge. Obviously I'm not going to do that today because that's cheating. I like how it's sitting on my skin. It's looking a bit questionable around my nose, but every foundation does. It's got a really nice finish to it. I would say medium coverage. It's not as full coverage as the It Cosmetics one, just because I can still see the redness where I've got some A, healing breakouts, or B, active breakouts. But I think it's sitting quite nicely on my skin. It's making my skin look quite healthy. So I'm then going to go and apply the other side with my sponge. I'm just checking. Do you think that's oxidised? I think it's oxidised probably a little bit. But I'll apply this side with a sponge and we'll see how we get on. Okay, so I've now applied this side with the sponge. This side looks so much like, I don't know if you can see it on camera, this side looks like I am a sweaty mess. And I really wring my sponges out. This side, to me, looks like sweaty mess. So some people might say glowy, I say sweaty mess. It looks a lot better around my nose on this side, and the coverage is about the same. Normally with foundations, interestingly enough, normally with foundations, on immediate application, I prefer how they look with a sponge. This I do not. I much prefer how this side of my face looks compared to this side, which is interesting because I never feel like that. I much prefer how this side looks. I think that this side is also going to last a lot longer, but that always happens in my foundation reviews. It's interesting because this isn't the first Revolution foundation that I've tested. I've done the Conceal and Define. I have tried in my personal life their Conceal and Hydrate and their concealers as well, and it's almost as if their foundations are solely designed to work with sponges. This side, for me personally, I've just done that on the wrong side. For me personally, the side of the brush looks better. However, I can see how most people would prefer this side. So that's interesting. But anyway, I am, what time is it now? It's just gone after 12 o'clock. I was going to make it in the morning. It's just after 12 o'clock. So I'm now going to apply the rest of my my products, see how they work over the top of this foundation. And I'll check back in with you guys in a bit. BRB. And I'm back. I have just filmed a kind of trialing review video of Aldi's new palettes that they've come out with. The Moon Dust Revival, they're basically rip-offs of the Anastasia ones. It's embarrassingly, when I first applied the foundation, it was just after 2 o'clock. It's currently just gone 3:30. Camera battery died. I then had a meeting with my university group project, and then I started watching Made in Chelsea for 2 hours, which is fine. And the foundation's looking okay. Frankly, for the fact that this has only been on for 3 hours, we'll call this my 3-hour check-in. It's looking a bit shinier than I would like, and it has started to come off around my nose a little bit. I am looking a little bit disco ball-y in real life, but hey ho, we shall soldier on. I'm going to be doing some more work today, but I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit to let you know how the foundation's held up. Ignore the stream behind me. Please don't copyright me. So it is currently, I can't even remember what the time is. Hang on, I'm going to check. It's currently 7:30. So we're coming up on 7.5 hours that I've been wearing the foundation. I've just realised I've still got the tag on my cardigans. That's great. And this is what we're looking like at the moment. We are looking quite oily. Looking fabulous. I've got mascara flaking across my face, that's nice. But it hasn't come off anywhere. And it hasn't smudged, it hasn't split. It's just very oily, which is not too bad for me for 7.5 hours in. This lighting is bloody terrible, Jesus. I just look for me, it's like a little bit shiny in the forehead, well, quite shiny in the forehead, quite shiny in the nose, and quite shiny across my cheeks. But 7.5 hours in, we're actually doing quite well for my skin, I think. Yeah, it's alright. So, I know, I'm gonna go do some more stuff, and then I'll check back in with you guys in a bit. Well, hello, it is about 10:15 now, so coming up on over 10 hours since I've had this foundation on my face, probably even closer to 11 from when I started filming. And I'll tell you what, other than going a bit weird on the side of my nose and coming off underneath here, I am so shocked that this, I'm gonna go back because the lighting's terrible there, is still on my face at this point in the day. Yes, I am incredibly shiny, but normally by this point the foundation that's on my face would have completely separated and gone really horrible and nasty. But other than around this bit of my nose here, and where I've apparently dripped my mascara and everything, it's just oily. Like, it's not come off at all, which is frankly astounding for my skin. This is actually done super, super, super well. I'm so impressed. I was a bit skeptical when I first applied it because I wasn't 100% certain of the finish. I wasn't 100% certain whether I actually liked how it was sitting on my skin. But after having worn it for so long, it got to about the 3-hour mark where that was the oil, and then that was it. So I'm super impressed. As with all my foundation reviews, I'll link the product down below in the description. Give this video a big thumbs up so more people can find it, and leave me a comment down below with what foundation you think I should try next. And other than that, I'll see you next time, guys. Bye!